Hi, Byron.
Hey.
Um, I'm wondering from what you now know of the Dolphins defense, what kind of defense are you all going to have in 2020? And how, for you personally, does that change from what you're used to in the past?
In terms of our defensive style, it seems like we're more man, which is fun. We have the corners for it. We have the secondary for it. I'm used to being out there guarding receivers, running around with tight ends, slot receivers, and X's and Z's. So it's nothing different per se. It's just a different roster, a different system. It's exciting, but definitely new.
We're gonna go to Sean.
I thought of you when I saw UConn football being one of the first schools to not say they weren't going to play football this year. That was a sad deal, and obviously a lot of dominoes after that. You can comment that if you want, but my football question is if Xavien is not able to return quickly, how do you feel about your confidence level, your comfort level in covering the opposing top receiver?
Oh, I feel great. This is a big reason why I was brought here. It was to build on the already good secondary. We have really good young players. We have good players who have been here in the past. So it's really I'm just another piece to the puzzle in terms of a really good and just really excellent Dolphins secondary. So hopefully we'll have X back as soon as he gets back. We want to make sure he's fully healthy first. We're not going to rush him at all, but we're good. We're a good team up and down the roster, I'd say.
We're gonna go to Travis.
Hey, Byron. Good morning, man. I wanted to go back to when you first signed here with the Dolphins. You mentioned that you'd heard great things from around the league about Brian Flores and the program that he's putting together down here and your opportunity at being a leader. I just wanted to get your kind of up-to-date take on how that's going now that you've experienced the atmosphere here firsthand and taking on that leadership role with such a young team.
Yeah, no, it's been very exciting to actually be here in person and get to know the coaches, get to know my teammates. This is a young roster. There's no going around that, but that's exciting. These guys are hungry. They're hungry to build a name for themselves. They're hungry to build a special team here, and you see it every day. And Coach Flo has been great with his communication, definitely during these times where things are very different. Meetings are different. The way we practice is very different. His intensity when he speaks to us, it's apparent, right away. So it's very exciting to see that in person instead of just on a Zoom meeting. So it's something that I'm looking forward to trying to build on this and going in the right direction, really.
Omar?
You and Xavien Howard are two of the top paid cornerbacks in the league. Do you feel like you can be the top duo in this league, and why so, if that?
Yeah, we're certainly working towards that. There's no doubt about that. We both excel at playing man coverage. I think he excels at attacking the ball better than me, so that's something I'm learning from him. But what we need to understand is nothing really matters what you did last year or the year before that. What matters is what you build today and now and going into the 2020 season. So our focus is really on building, our skill set now and not really relying on what we've done in the past. So it really starts all over again in 2020.
Cam Wolf.
Hey, Byron, I know a lot of corners like to look at each other and compete and rank each other. Who's the best corner in the league? How do you choose to motivate yourself? Do you view yourself as one of the top corners, and how do you kind of do that sort of ranking system?
For me, truthfully, I pay very little attention to outside noise, outside guys, because we're all different. We all play in different schemes. We all play different systems. Some guys follow the best, some guys don't. It's really hard to compare. It's a fun game for fans, no question. But for me, I focus on myself. I focus on, making sure my craft is the best it can possibly be. My footwork, my eyes, my hands, my feet, my tackling. I just choose to focus my attention on myself, and that's how I've been since I was young. And I just want to keep that same mentality.
Josh Tolentino.
Hey, Byron, good to see you, man. You talked a little bit about Flo and what he's like. Could you talk about Coach Alexander and just what it's like interacting with Gerald? And I feel like does he offer that unique perspective just because he is younger and maybe a little bit more relatable?
I'll tell you this, he is a really good teacher. Him and Coach Chuck together as a secondary coaches, they do a really good job at making sure the DBs understand what defense we're in and where our help is, and understanding what our leverage is, and how the entire defense works together in our favor. So those guys have been on it in terms of leverage, in terms of where your help is, where the rush is coming from, looking at quarterback tendencies. So both coaches, Coach Chuck and Coach GA, they're both very good teachers, and they're really implementing these important lessons and these foundational lessons on us very early. And I think it's going to pay dividends in the season.
Adam Beasley.
Byron, I guess you've had now 2 practices. I assume you guys practiced already this morning. Have you had a chance to defend a pass thrown by Tua? And if so, what has gone on those matchups?
I have not. No, we haven't gone against the offense per se. It's been more of a walkthrough pace. So no, we haven't had a chance to really go one-on-one yet, but that's coming in about a couple weeks. So hang tight.
We're going to do one more. Armando.
Byron, just to piggyback off of something you said, how do you tangibly improve attacking the ball better? How do you work on that?
Oh, so it's a skill set. So like any skill set, you work on it on a daily basis. So it's working, when there is a special teams period, I go with Chuck. We go off to the side and we work seeing the ball in all the way. And then we work high pointing the ball as the ball's in the air, looking back, looking over the opposite shoulder. We make the drills uncomfortable so that when it happens in the game, it's natural at that point. So it's just a skill set. It's a skill set like anything else, eyes, hand, feet. It's what we work on a daily basis. So it's a skill set that I'm working on, and every day we're doing something to improve in that category.